Entering checks is a simple process in Agency Pro. In this video, we will cover how to enter non-policy payments, how to use the copy check function, and how to print checks. See other tutorials on how to make policy level or payroll payments. The ledger section is designed to be your banking. The cash ledger is a special account designed to track your undeposited funds. Click the account dropdown to select the appropriate bank or credit card account. Add a new line one of three ways. From the bottom line, either tab through the end or use the down arrow on the keyboard. Or from anywhere in the ledger, use the insert key on your keyboard. This will place you on a blank line. Correct the date if necessary, either by typing it in or using the calendar. When you tab into the number field, the next check number will automatically fill in. Correct if necessary or delete in case of an electronic payment. Tab to the payee field. Notice how the payee field has the drop-down. This will open a list of your past payees. If this payee is in the list, you can choose them and the payment will fill in with the amount and allocations from the last payment made to that payee. You can alter the information if needed or simply tab through the fields to accept the entry. The description field can be changed if needed, and if you intend to print this check, it is the default check memo. The Control key on your keyboard is an easy way to accept the allocations and return to the item listings at the top of the window. Notice how the marked field on this row says true. If I were to print checks at this point, this would be one of the checks printed. If I do not need to print this, I can double-click to make it false. If I do not print checks, you can disregard this field. Let's enter one more check before we print. I tab past the end of the line to get a new line and begin to fill this check out in the same manner. The payee is new, so I will type it in and then enter the amount of the payment. In the associated transaction detail, I need to enter the allocation account. In this chart number field, I will click to get the drop-down, then open up the lookup list. I type a 5 to get down to the expenses, which typically will be alphabetized from 5200 through the 9000s. I look for telephone expense and select it. On this payment, I am also paying some advertising expense, so I edit the debit amount to the amount of my telephone expense, then use my keyboard's down arrow to get a new line. Now I find my advertising expense account and enter the amount of advertising expense on this bill. When I use the Control key to get back to the top, it will give an error if the entry is not in balance, and I will click Yes to go correct my allocation, then press Control again. Now that my payments are entered, I am ready to print checks. I click the View Check icon on our new payment, and I have an opportunity to enter address information and the account number in the memo field. You can also move the print up or down by using the Micro Adjust Printed Check position. Click the printer icon when done and choose your type of check from the list. Click OK, then go to a preview. I recommend previewing your checks to avoid wasted check stock. You can scroll through the pages to see what will print, and if you wish to skip pages, you can do so in the output options when you click to print. When you close the preview, the checks will be set to false in the marked column. In the case you need to reprint the check, you can double-click on the mark to change it back to true and unlock and update the check number if needed. As you enter payments in the system, if you see the allocation comes up in brackets, that indicates that the past entry was policy sourced. The next two tutorials will show you how to enter those payments.